The rifle cracked once, clean, distant, impossible, and silence swallowed the range. A Navy SEAL lowered his binoculars and asked the question no one expected. Who took that shot? What happened next would expose a secret rank, stun an elite unit, and rewrite everything they thought they knew. Before we begin, tell us, which part of the country are you watching from? Drop it in the comments. The desert range baked under a white-hot sun as an elite joint exercise reached its final phase. Steel targets sat nearly half a mile away, shimmering in the heat. Navy SEALs, Army instructors, and range officers watched from behind optics, confident in their shooters. This was a skills validation day. No theatrics, no surprises. Or so they thought. At the far end of the firing line lay a woman in plain range gear, hair pulled tight, face calm, breathing slow. Most assumed she was support, an observer, maybe an analyst. No one paid much attention to her rifle until the shot rang out. The steel target answered with a sharp, unmistakable clang. A clean center hit. The range went still. Wind calls were tricky today. Mirage was heavy. That hit shouldn't have happened on the first round. A Navy SEAL chief lowered his binos, eyes narrowing. Who took that shot? He asked, scanning the line. A few shooters looked around. Some shook their heads. The woman stayed prone, cycling her bolt once, then safe. She didn't raise her hand. The chief walked forward, irritation creeping into his voice. I asked who took the shot. A range officer gestured vaguely. We're checking. The SEAL glanced back at the target, dead center. His expression shifted from annoyance to curiosity. He approached the woman, noticing the rifle now. Tuned precision, custom glass, setup chosen by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. You fire? He asked. She nodded once. Yes, Chief. A murmur rippled through the line. Someone scoffed quietly. Another whispered that it had to be luck. The chief crouched, studying her wind notes scratched into a small card. They were precise, layered, confident. Call your shot, he said. She named the correction before he finished the sentence. The range officer hesitated, then reset the steel. Same distance, the chief said. 1 round. The woman inhaled, exhaled, pressed. Crack. The steel rang again, same place. A third shot followed at the chief's request, same result. The murmurs grew louder. Pride bristled. A few faces hardened. The chief stood, arms crossed. What unit are you with? She paused. I'm attached for evaluation. Attached from where? He pressed. From above, she replied evenly. That answer didn't sit well. The exercise commander stepped in, asking for credentials. The woman rose smoothly, movements economical. She reached into her pocket and handed over a folded card. The commander read it, then looked up sharply. He cleared his throat. Range cold. He ordered, everyone stand by. The SEAL chief watched the commander's face change, surprise, then respect. What is it? He asked. The commander handed the card back to the woman and addressed the line. You're looking at a warrant officer, cross-designated. Formerly enlisted, now a senior program lead for long-range precision integration. A beat. She's here to evaluate us. Silence hit harder than the rifle report. The chief blinked. Your rank. She cut in gently. Isn't on my sleeve today. Her tone wasn't smug, just factual. It gets in the way. The commander nodded. She's responsible for validating doctrine across services. If she misses, programs change. Funding moves. Careers pivot. The chief exhaled, then laughed once, short and genuine. Well, he said, offering his hand, guess we just learned something. She shook it. We all did. But the twist wasn't done. The commander announced a final drill. Unknown distance, shifting wind, time pressure. The SEALs would run it. Then she would. One by one, solid hits landed, but not perfect. When her turn came, she refused the spotter. I'll self-spot, she said. The wind kicked. Mirage danced. She waited longer than anyone expected. The clock ticked down. At the last second, she fired. The steel rang. Edge hit, intentional. Why the edge? The chief asked. Because the target moved, she said, pointing. The steel frame swayed, wind catching it. Center would have been late. The range erupted in applause, reluctant at first, then sincere. Pride gave way to admiration. The chief turned to the group. "Lesson's clear," he said. "Rank doesn't always announce itself. Skill does." As the sun dipped and gear was packed, the woman slung her rifle and walked away without ceremony. No speech, no victory lap, just results. The SEAL watched her go, respect settled in his posture. He'd asked who took the shot. Now he knew, and he'd never forget it. If you enjoyed this story and want more dramatic, true-to-life military moments that reveal the human side of elite service, subscribe to the channel and join our growing community. You won't want to miss what comes next.